The stream is live.
Welcome back to Here's the Storm, the second game in the series, MMA versus Nexus Drunks. As always, MMA is going as Team Blue on the left side. We have Zarya, Andrian, Johanna, Leoric, and Keltas. And on the right side, we have Team Nexus Drunks. Diablo, White Mane, Leeming, Rainer, and Imperius. With me as always is Nodashi. Nodashi, what are you thinking about this team compositions?
It's quite a shift from the first game we saw in this series, which did go to MMA, but I think the complex behaviors between the characters is complementing each other very well. I like the red team a little bit better. They have a lot of stuns and disrupts as well as high damage dealers. So we will see how it will play out. And directly the red team is going into kill mode, trying to push one lane with all players. That will give a little bit of an experience advantage to the blue team.
Yeah, you have to say that Team ND is on a disadvantage. They lost the first game, so they have to put the pressure on the blue team. They have to get the points in order to stay in the game, in order to stay in the cup.
They want to make up for the mistake of losing the first game, that is for sure. And they are putting out a lot of pressure with these characters they have chosen. Li Ming trying to push directly onto the tower and making sure that no one is hiding in the bushes.
Yeah, as you can see, DBA was a mistake last game, overextending and then get caught 4 versus 1. And now as you can see, DBA is not even in the game, so it seems that DBA was getting fired from the team.
DVA blew herself up, so to speak. We have a little bit of an engagement at the bottom lane, nothing too serious, everyone getting away safely. And Reina engaging the creeps, the creep camp at level 2 very early in my opinion. A bold move. If he gets disrupted, he might lose his life.
But it seems like, oh, they found him. They found him alright, and now they steal the camp, or at least they try to steal the camp, and Team Blue gets the camp.
The red team is very low and Diablo dies in the process. So, well done Reina, you killed most of the creeps for the blue team and they were able to capitalize on this mistake. Blue team slightly in the lead, able to push with the creeps on the bottom lane.
Yeah, it appeared that it was already Christmas for Team Blue this year. Christmas came early. They had Rainer gifting them the bottom lane camp.
But don't eat the snow, it's hell and it's ash.
Well,
so.
If the snow is yellow, it could be the
something
one
different.
Or
yeah, don't. Listen, guys, don't eat yellow snow. It's in general, just don't eat snow. It's best if you don't. We have the blue camp take.
You never know. It could be beer.
Don't give false advices to young children, men. The blue camp has been cleared, so they will be pushing the bottom lane a little bit. But red, on the other hand, is doing the same, so they will be pushing the top lane. Nothing much going on at that regard.
Nothing that we didn't see 100 times. I mean, it's usually the same tactics all over. If you have the time, get the camp early so that you can kill the demons and the lane is pushing by itself from the camps. But as you can see, Leoric isn't even in the team fight. It seems like he and Imperius are dancing the dance of death.
And it seems Imperius is winning the death dance, but is not able to finish Leoric. Oh, what a treat that was. And we currently have Diablo dying at the Angel right now, so blue, one team member up, able to defend their own Angel. However, they took a lot of damage. So the Immortals of the red is still in full health, blue almost half, or exactly half right now. But the red team is completely full again, so if they meet up and are able to defend or attack, it should work out for them. The blue team, a little bit of a mismanagement in my opinion. They are spread out across the lanes and the Immortal. Not exactly what I would call a solid defense. Only now
Leoric is way too late for the party. He is trying to get the last rings and the last ladies on the bar, Where as you can see, all the ladies are gone. Leoric is getting the rest and is going home by himself.
Yeah, look
all
at the
alone.
Immortal, how much bonus health that guy has right now. It's incredible. They should be able to push very well with it. However, it's still the first Immortal, so...
But as you can see, they use the Immortal to push the bottom lane while they all 5 keep up the top lane in order to push that down. But Leoric is trying to, I don't know, defend the top lane. Let's see how well he can do that while getting behind the wall.
I'm not a huge fan of splitting up in these situations so much. I think they should have used the Immortal at least with 1 or 2 people supporting it. That way it usually does a lot more damage. Right now they only lost 2 towers and half of the fort. And at the top they only got 2 towers. So I don't think it's very critical damage to the blue team right now. Still manageable, but the red team is slightly favored right now. Blue team, however, is a level up.
Yeah, as you can see, I would say the even with the technique that the red team is pushing bottom and top at the same time, they still are a level behind. And Diablo gets picked off.
Diablo lost his life again. All deaths in this team fight, in this game, 3 deaths so far, all have been by Diablo. So
Diablo has to wait until Diablo 4 is releasing in order to get re-released again. Or they change the difficulty.
Yeah, or the remastered version of Diablo 2, because it was his main game, and the others he was more of a joke in my opinion, but that is the debate for another time, I would say. And the wrong game as well. So the red team is gathering at the top lane, trying to engage the siege camp and trying to push away all the blues. And Imperius is all alone on the bottom lane, getting picked off right now, but should be able to escape
safely. Yeah, he has the power of the tower shooting down on Team Blue, so he could easily just go back. Team Blue has not the capability of just tower diving.
And the next Immortal will be spawning in 10 seconds, and as usual both teams go about their business of defeating the camps, so they have the camps pushing while they are actually defending.
But as you can see, only Team Blue took the camp, so which means that the red camp is still open for steal or taking over.
That is right, but the red did take the siege camp at the bottom, which gives them the ability to fight against the enemy push, and the blue team is completely in kill team mode again, trying to get Diablo. But
Johanna is going down.
In the process, they lost Johanna, and Zagaria is almost dead as well. And
that was a major step back.
Not an
3 versus 5 players left.
Huge advantage for Team Red. Let's see if they are able to capitalize on this advantage. Most of their heroes, I would say, are a little bit more late game focused than that of Team Blue. Would you agree with this assessment?
Well, yes, and it seems like Team Red is taking all out the Punisher on the Punisher himself, which means that it seems like Team Red gets already or again an almost up Punisher with 2 health bars, as they did before. Let's see if they try to split push again, or if they're pushing with the Immortal, as you suggested last time.
Very straightforward pushing of the objective so far from Team Red. Team Blue a little bit disorganized and trying to get the objective, and is more on the defensive side by being pushed on all sides. Zarya almost getting killed again. Good job on the red team to push this hard, and the blue team has to retreat for now.
Well, it seems like Team Red has more damage in team fights as Team Blue has. They are just retreating and they can't really do anything against it. And with Li Ming you have a poke damage hero that can poke you away just because you stand around a corner. They have a big ball coming in your face and you're down half life point.
I agree, as well with Reina supporting Li Ming, a damage dealer that is without huge bursts. Very hard to kill because of his self-heal, but right now we have Johanna dead again, and blue team is a little bit falling apart here.
Well, let's see if they put it again. pull together after that immortal. And it seems like Team Red has listening to your suggestion and pushing with the immortal.
Yeah, in full force this time they will be pushing the top lane, trying to get the fort and the next keep. And the blue team is very heavily outgunned right now. They can only try to poke a little bit and delay the push by a little bit. But those precious seconds sometimes mean the difference between life and death.
And as you can see on the bottom lane, you have Leoric and Imperius dancing the dance of death again. It seems like they both are invited at the Dancing by the Stars invitation, and it seems like they are both preparing for the final dance. Let's see who's getting to the finals.
Speaking of dancing, Zarya was able to get Diablo and Reyna at the top lane and able to stun lock them, but couldn't capitalize on it. It seems right now blue is lacking in damage. That is all I can see right now.
And as you just saw, Reyna lost his Banshee, which means that he has to go back all the way to the base in order to order a new Banshee.
And those are very expensive, I have to agree. He should get the bumps checked out, and it will be a very hefty price tag from the mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, he is wasting Banshees left and right. Why is he even getting new ones? It is like a killing mission for the Banshees.
Yep. And
he should probably take a battle cruiser instead of a Banshee.
They are certainly more sturdy, and aerial support always helps. We saw Imperius on the bottom lane really waiting for the entire red team to come and push with the siege camp. They're currently trying to engage the bottom keep.
Huge engagement here at the bottom lane. Johanna is trying to get the field locker, and they have a stun lock on 3 people. Team Red
Great stuns by Diablo, but to no avail. They still lost 2 people, and Diablo will probably fall as well.
Rain is done, and the cage is up.
Great cage by Leoric. Very well done. And he got all of the red team.
It is almost a full team wipe. Only Li Ming is trying to hold on her dear life. And now Team Blue is trying to steal the camp, but Diablo is already back in action. And he saw what's going on.
Diablo should not engage the full blue team right now.
Yeah.
They will easily get the steal on the red camp. And
he saw what's going on and had a little tear in his eyes and ran back to his door in order to get saved.
Very safely on his My Little Pony, so he could be able to survive this. And we already have the next Immortals up. This time it's blue who's pushing the Immortal more than red. Almost half of the Immortal gone already without a huge team fight happening. And we have the positional switch right now. But red was able to pick up a little bit of damage on the blue Immortal as well.
Yeah, they almost caught up with the high HP. They had so many damage that even starting way later than Team Blue, they almost managed to kill the Immortal.
Diablo going in like a madman and engaging the entire enemy team. Only Imperius able to survive there. Diablo dead yet again, and keeps the tradition alive on having almost all death on his own accord. And red right now in a little bit of a pinch. They are down a man, trying to get the blue Immortal, and blue team is defending very well, pushing back. Imperius almost killing him, and not much can be done by a red team right now.
Yeah, and Team Blue is defending his own Immortal until they start to get over and killing the red Immortal in order to get the first Immortal on their side.
Yes, but they didn't put any damage on the red Immortal right now, so it's still at half health, and the blue Immortal looks like it will fall before the red one. And yet again, that would mean that the red team is sacrificing players to get the Immortal pushing. Diablo dies again. Just listen to what I said. And Imperius is almost dead as well, able to survive for a few seconds longer, and the red team gets the Immortal. So far, none of the Immortals have been going to the blue team. However, they are winning every team fight.
Team Blue was so occupied killing some of the red players that the red players just stole the Immortal under their teeth and now they have a nafty immortal coming.
I think
down
it's
the
a little
bottom
bit
lane.
of a blood rush going on in the blue team. They see they can kill enemy players and they take the chance, but forget the objective in the meantime. And so red team is only able to stay alive because they get the objectives in terms of fighting power in the team fights. However, they have more damage, they don't win the team fights. They can't capitalize on the damage advantage they have in the form of Li Ming, who has the highest damage in game right now.
Yeah, and Team Blue is already a level up again. And all the time, Team Blue is one level above the red team.
Yeah.
But they can't really capitalize on that.
Looking at the map, we have 2 forts lost, multiple towers lost for blue team, and red has not yet lost any of the keeps. So red team in great shape at the moment. And looking at the stats, you wouldn't believe how the map looks right now. Looking at the pure stats of every player, you would say blue is in the lead, but in terms of objectives, in terms of the map, overall, I would give the lead right now to the red team.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Red is rocking it. It's just killing Team Blue, and Team Blue taking
Not literally,
taking some
just
time.
figuratively.
Yeah,
I mean,
but now Team Blue is gathering some courage in order to get the first keep on the bottom lane, and it seems like
and they
it's
finally
done.
get a keep and are able to level the playing field just a little bit, but just a little bit.
They broke the ice, so it seems like they broke the ice, and now they know, oh, we have to get the keeps. That
But
is the
sometimes
objective
when
to
the
get.
ice breaks, you fall into a lake and die. So, we will see how this will work out for blue team. Right
Well,
now, we have the next immortal spawning. Red team a little bit early on the push with the camp, I would say. They should have waited a little bit longer, in my opinion. What do you say about this?
well, sometimes you just can't wait, right? And Team Red appears that they have a plan of their own. It seems like they don't go for the objective. They don't go for the immortal this time. It seems like they push into the bottom lane in order to push the Nexus. But no,
And the
they're turning
caster
around.
curse strikes back. The moment you say they will try to push, they go back to the objective. It
I am
happens to the
pretty
best
sure
of
they're
us.
listening too.
That would be stream sniping. I hope they don't listen. But anyway, we have a big fight going on at the blue. The immortal Diablo caught again, right in the middle, able to be healed this time quite a lot.
Diablo is
He's
staying
surviving and
alive.
tanking for so long, but eventually dies. And immediately after Diablo dies, Anduin is able to push forward, and the red front is falling apart.
As soon as Diablo dies, the whole team falls apart. They all going back. Sure, the tank is down, and now the healer is down as well. We're just a big pile of shitty midi. Because you have 40 seconds until the healer's back in action.
I would
means that
agree,
the
it's
red-
very shitty mitty. But we still have the Li Ming available, and she's putting on the pressure on the Immortal, able to use her damage dealing spells quite effectively, but gets pushed back by Kel'Thas a lot here as well. Still
It,
survives.
seem, it seems like Team Blue isn't really getting the point of the game. It seems like they are harking the Immortal. They should just attack the Red Immortal. That is their objective. Not to hug the Blue Immortal
Well,
until he
they did
feels like
learn
helping.
from past mistakes. They had Zarya the entire time attacking the Immortal with little damage, however, but they were protecting their own at the same time. So they
As
are
you can see,
improving
the healer is back in the game. Team Red is full again, and now they are taking the blue team, and now they are taking the Immortal, which means it could still be possible that Team Red gets the Immortal this time, yet again.
That would be quite a stunning move of them. Leoric falls and Imperius is able to stunlock Zarya, but Anduin pulls her away. Good job on
As
the
you
pull.
see,
Very
Leoric
nice.
is down, and Team Red gets the objective yet again. It seems like Team Blue doesn't want the objective as well. They don't need the Immortal. They say, we don't need the Immortal, we do it ourselves.
Yeah,
But
they're trying to have strength in numbers. Their game plan revolves mainly around winning the team fights, but they are not able to capitalize on these team fights they are winning. And looking at the death right now, the red team died 12 times and the blue team only 4 times. So they are essentially winning the blue team the entire team fights. However, they are losing forts left and right. It's like the Berlin Wall all over again. Let the wall fall.
It seems like Team Blue calculated winning the game without using the immortal ones, but boy, are Team Blue bad at math. That is a calculation that is going right. And the immortal is going straight to the Nexus.
And it's
now
still at
he's
half
knocking
health,
at the door.
so it's a very dangerous situation. If the red team is able to fully push on the core, they will be able to take the game. And blue team is desperately trying to defend and has a very difficult time even killing Diablo right now. Quite the high health hero at the moment. And the immortal's still alive, doing his last
Team
bit.
Red is doing everything in order to get down the Nexus. It's by 8%, it's 3%. There's no much HP left.
And it got finished by a catapult.
Did you see that? Did you see that? It's not even a human player that killed the Nexus.
The entire red team died sacrificing themselves so a catapult could do the last bit of damage.
So the true hero of the whole game, the true hero of the whole game, the MVP is the catapult. So
the objective of the game is the hero indeed. Well played by Team Red. If you can't defeat them in a team fight, try to play the objective. They were very level-headed. They focused on what they had to do, sacrificed players to do so, and in the end, it worked out for them.
Well, that was game number 2 on the series MMA versus ND. Let's find out who's winning the series in the last final game of the series MMA versus ND.
A very exciting match awaits you.